This is Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, and we're excited for some 2K hoops. The starting fives for our game. Here's a look at both lineups. Tip-off coming up in just a moment.
This is my kind of basketball, fellas. Both of these teams make their mark on the defensive end of the floor.
The game is played at both ends, and great scoring will only get you so far. These teams have a firm understanding of that.
And for teams that are committed to winning, it's understood that locking in on defense will be part of what separates them.
Mabry misses.
Pass break, Portland. Here's Jones. It's good, and she makes her first shot of the game.
Good make to get things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief to get those first points out of the way and up on the board.
Yeah, let's play some basketball.
Pass to Mabry. Sykes, back to Mabry. Shot clock at 6, and here's Fagbenle. Angstler with the steal. Up top, Jones. Now Carlton. Screen by Gustafson. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Fagbenle with the rebound.
Those chances, usually they're 2 points for her. The D, I guess, did just enough to bother her. Mixing it up inside. Mabry might be under 6 feet, but her toughness showing there.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Pass to Carlton. The three-pointer, no good.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Now here's Mabry. Down low. Fagbenle. Well-timed pass and goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
So adept at reading defenses. Mabry is also pretty skilled at finding teammates off the pick and roll.
Now about 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. There's a screen inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. A nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
In terms of basketball-rich areas, Brian, Portland is near the top of the list.
Well, it's such a hotbed for the sports. I mean, you got great young WNBA players like Haley Van Lith and Cameron Brink, who hail from Portland. So it's great to now have a team here. Oh, man, she is so good at making those lead passes.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Carlton.
Gustafson. He's covered by Fagbenle.
Now Carlton.
It's stolen by Fagbenle.
Here's Alema. Here's Fagbenle. To the middle. Poked away.
Stolen by Gustafson.
On the wing, Emily Angstler. Jones. Pass to Angstler. Haley Jones on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Floats one up, and it's good on the layup.
What tenacity from Angstler, working against the defensive contact inside and not letting anyone hold her shot back.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Mabry.
Carlton defending.
Here's Sykes.
Great assist that time from Fagbenle.
Nice touch near the hoop.
Here's Jones. Pass to Gustafson. Carlton. Shot clock at 3. Gustafson. She's covered by Fagbenle.
Bodied her up and made her alter the trajectory of the shot that time.
Definitely. Some very sound defense played on that trip down.
She might not have the long-range ability of some other players in this league, but she'll knock down open ones like that.
Portland trailing.
Pass to Carlton.
Screened by Carlton.
Jones outside.
Now here's Gustafson.
Just 5 on the clock. Jones right side. Doesn't get it to drop for her. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
Fagbenle.
Covered by Gustafson.
Sykes outside. There's the triple.
And the tempo, another 3.
This is an incredible run they're on. Offense as well as it can be played.
Every single player on their squad with the absolute magic touch, shooting lights out.
Now here's Jones.
Screened by Carlton.
Jones outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Well, this is important to Jones's confidence. She needs to keep taking and making these threes.
So it's Toronto with it.
Leading by 5.
Harrison sets a screen. Brittany Sykes for 3.
And Jones pulls it down.
It can be so deflating to miss a wide open look like that.
Pass to Angsler. To the paint. Gustafson gets the bucket.
Getting the ball to Gustafson down low. That's a winning possession.
And the tempo with possession here. Fagbenle high post.
The basket good off the assist from Marina Mabry.
It's so nice to have somebody who can take charge, take the offense like she has.
Well, they got to be feeling good about having the ball in her hands right now. I mean, she's just making play after play.
Now here's Jones. She has 5. Angsler, she's guarded by Sykes.
Now here's Carlton.
Defense right on her. Pass to Jones. The shot is good, and so is her shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Such a strong finisher. But Jones also has that sneaky quickness to create good angles inside.
Toronto in the lead.
Now here's Mabry. She's got 5.
Up top, Fagbenle.
To the left side wing. Here's Alemán.
Rebounded by Portland. Carlton on the wing.
Lays out.
And that's out of bounds. Portland will retain possession.
A nice play to get a hand to that pass and tip it out of bounds.
She was just a hair away from coming up with the steal there. Good effort.
And here's Sutton. Pass to Gustafson.
Now here's Carlton.
Defended by Nurse. Just 5 to shoot. Down low. Here's Gustafson. That one drops for her second bucket. Marker 2 for 4.
An example of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Here's the tempo now.
Outside Mabry. 3-pointer. Can't score with that shot. It's her second miss against 2 made shots.
And what a 2024 season it was for the Canadian Bridget Carlton. By far, her best in the W.
Finished top 3 in most improved player voting, tripling her scoring average from the year before. And her shooting is just absolutely elite. Carlton over 44% from deep in 2024. That's one she knows she should have drained.
On offense, here the tempo.
Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Protecting the play, Harrison fights to retain possession and get him a bucket.
Now Sutton.
Looking for her first basket still in this one.
Screened by Carlton. Pass to Sutton. It's stolen by Fagbenle.
They're moving it up. With the second effort, and she lays it in.
Making use of her physical gifts, Harrison gets through, outworks the contact, and finishes strong.
And here's Carlton. Screened by Gustafson.
To the inside. And she lays it straight in.
What an excellent assist. It really led her to the perfect spot.
Pass to Nurse.
Mabry up top.
She's got 5. 5 to shoot.
Picked by Fagbenle.
Misses the 3.
Carlton with it.
Over Nurse.
And there's Portland with another bucket.
She's definitely got that shot in her arsenal.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter.
The tempo on top. Up 1.
And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. A closely contested game here at the start of the second quarter.
And guys, what's your take on the tempo so far?
I love the hustle they're showing here in the first.
It's showing up on the scoreboard, too. A lot of second chance points. And as you said, it's due to their hustle.
They now take the lead.
Well, known primarily for her shot, Samuelson, she can also dish it.
The tempo trailing.
Pass to Fagbenle. Nurse.
Good, and Fagbenle gets the assist.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there. She was all alone for that shot. I mean, that's like a warm-up jumper.
Samuelson outside.
To the wing, right side.
Sutton with the bucket.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them was a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there,
It's been
Tim.
a lot of fun to watch.
Now here's Alaman.
Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Fagbenle. That's her 4th basket of this game, and she's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now.
Pass to Smalls. Now here's Samuelson.
Clock at 4. 3-pointer.
It's rebounded by Sabali.
To the middle. Here's Nurse. And she was fouled in the act of shooting. An opportunity for a 3-point play.
And Nurse is a gamer. She's someone that knows how to absorb contact on the way up.
Lots of fantastic players in this league, no doubt about it. But who do you consider the most versatile?
I'll go with Nafisa Collier. She pretty much fills it up everywhere on the stat sheet. Whether it's points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, Collier gives you everything.
You mentioned those numbers. I mean, she's been a defensive player of the year as well. You know, Collier can guard or play basically every position. Leticia Collier is a superstar with serious versatility.
Someone who fits nicely into the rotation. Nurse has a pretty good all-around game.
Pass to Carlton. And that's out of bounds. Portland will retain possession.
Up top, Angsler. Jones. 5 on the clock. There's the 3. Can't get it to drop. Made 3, missed 2 from the field. Pass to Fagbenle.
Picked by Fagbenle.
Sykes with the ball. Working on Jones. Now here is Sykes. She's got 5.
Offensive rebound. Sabali, no good. Portland trailing.
Here's Carlton.
She's covered by Fagbenle.
Pass to Jones. Let's go. Misses the 3, and she used the pump fake well there, but, couldn't capitalize. Here's Fagbenle.
Picked by Fagbenle.
Inside. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. She remains perfect.
Tons of action these days in pro hoops. It is off the pick and roll. Nurse reads the play well, sets up some points.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Now here's Jones. She's guarded by Sykes.
Carlton on the wing.
To stop the drought. Here's Angsler. Comes up empty down low.
Solid job by the defense to get in her way as she was going up to the rim.
Here's Alema. From outside, off the mark.
Portland with the ball.
They trail by 6. Blocked.
And that's out of bounds. Portland will retain possession.
And we have to take another look at that block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not just with more offense, but also with some big-time D.
Both teams will make substitutions.
On defense, Toronto.
They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Pass to Angsler. Shot clock at 5. Samuelson.
And another miss by Portland. We are so excited to have the Toronto Tempo in the WNBA, adding some international flavor.
Yeah, it's great to expand to Canada. This is the first WNBA team outside of the United States. Another barrier broken by this league. She is definitely making her presence felt here in the first half, shooting it so efficiently.
Here's Samuelson. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. And yep, it's good.
That is exactly why you don't leave your feet until the shooter elevates. She went for that pump fake. Hook, line, and sinker.
Now here is Sykes. She's got 5. Banked in off the glass.
It's tough to derail Sykes once she makes up her mind. She's so good at creating driving lanes.
Here's Jones. Pass to Angsler. Carly Samuelson on the wing. On the wing, Emily Angsler. 3 on the clock. Here's Carlton. No good on the triple.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. You've got to go right back to that shot.
Now here's Alamon.
Brittany Sykes attacking.
Fagbenle from outside. Rebounded by Portland.
Hard to figure out why she didn't bury that one. Not a defender near her.
Pass to Samuelson. And it's off from three-point range.
Toronto in the lead.
And here's Harrison. And the layup falls.
Now this is where Harrison is at her best, scoring inside. She's a 5 who plays like a 5.
And here's Samuelson. Wyatt so far offensively searching for first points of the game.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Now Jones. She's got 7. Pass to Angsler. Now here's Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Carlton.
Great defense that time from Marina Mabry.
Here's Alima. Fagbenle. Pick by Fagbenle. Pass to Alima. Mabry. They grab their own miss. Basket good.
Not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
And it'll happen again and again if they don't put more effort into boxing out.
And that's what it's all about, Brian. Rebound, effort.
Now here's Carlton.
To the inside. It's stolen by Harrison. Here's Mabry. There it is, her third basket. She's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
Yeah, some quickness in transition. Mabry crafty at finding avenues to the rim.
Here's Jones. On the wing, Emily Angsler.
2 minutes.
To stop the run.
Rebound by the tempo.
Pass to Fagbenle. Back to Sykes.
Pick by Fagbenle.
From the high post.
And out of bounds. Portland will take it.
The ball goes to Portland.
Portland with the ball.
It's a 14-point game. Pass to Angsler. Gustafson.
Carlton with it.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots next.
So if you're coaching this team, you love that trip. Gustafson with the ball in the paint, able to get to the line, and that's a good possession.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
These fans in Toronto are thrilled to have the tempo. There's no doubt about that.
Well, there have been exhibition games here in Toronto for the WNBA, but this is different. A team of their own. These fans are showing out because we know they love basketball here.
And so she makes both from the line.
Now here's Alaman.
She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Sykes outside. Let's go with a three.
Rebounded by Portland.
Here's Carlton. Pass to Jones. And here's Carlton. And it's good for two.
Excellent decision by Haley Jones. She operates best with the ball, making decisions.
So it's Toronto with it.
They've led by as many as 14 points. Marina Mabry for three. The shot, no good.
Even with every shot clanging off the iron, she seems determined to continue hoisting up these threes. But I think it's time to maybe take a step in.
That assist got a little nod from her teammate after the bucket.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Fagbenle. Harrison. Right side Mabry. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the three. Here's Fagbenle. And terrific work on the offensive glass as she picks up 2.
She was the first one to react to that miss. I mean, that's just a hustle play on the putback.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together, and they may want to review this one. And the teams are going to...
The previous play is under review.
They're going to bring out the monitor and see if she got it off in time.
You know, there's a lot of basketball still left to play. Some might say, can we skip the replay review this time around? But, you know, honestly, you never know how this review might impact the outcome.
Yeah, anything.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Speed the process up with the replay review center in Secaucus queuing up the footage for the officials.
Yeah, the key is just get it right.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Go ahead. They lead by 9. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. Now the second half about to get started up again any moment.
And you have to like what Fagbenle has been able to do in this game.
Sheer dominance in the post by her so far, just tearing them to shreds when she gets the ball inside.
And getting it to her is the only hard part because once she's got the rock, she's automatic.
Portland trailing.
Pass to Carlton.
And again, Portland from deep.
Jones is a dream for any team. The way she dishes, the way she utilizes her size, it makes her so dangerous with the ball.
Now here's Harrison. Marina Mabry for three. Marina Mabry missing again. And here is Jones. She's guarded by Alaman. Pass to Angsler. Back to Jones. The three is up. Sinks the triple.
What a confident jumper by Jones. She's put work into becoming more consistent with her jump shot.
And the tempo with possession here.
3-point lead. Here's Alema. Tries a three.
Haley Jones with the defensive effort.
And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
Deflected. It's stolen by Sykes. From 18 feet away.
And again, no good by Toronto.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Jones outside. Shot clock at 5. And the baseline jumper, no good.
The shot was there for her. She had to take it. And I don't care if she didn't convert. She should take it again next time.
Harrison, covered by Gustafson.
Picked by Fagbenle.
Here's Mabry.
And again, Toronto no good.
Those have been some terrible shot choices, Blake. That was not good at all.
Pass to Carlton. For the tie. It's hauled in by Harrison.
Toronto in the lead.
Outside Mabry. Harrison sets a screen.
And the foul on Carlton.
That is her first foul of the game.
And Toronto calls timeout.
Timeout, Tampa.
We've had this new playoff format for a few years now. How are you guys liking it?
I love it. I think it's great. You know, the 1-18 bracket, I think that's great. We really get to see the best two teams in the final. It doesn't matter if you're in the East or the West.
And I was a fan of the new best-of-3 first-round series. We used to have those one-game winner-take-all rounds. I like that they expanded the total number of games in the postseason.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Jones. And here's Carlton. No good. That would have tied it. And here is Alema. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Mabry. Down low.
Stolen by Carlton.
Pass to Jones. And it's good. 2 points.
Well, when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to do it and get back into this game.
And it was their defense, just as much as their offense, that served as the catalyst and allowed them to put this run together.
What a display.
Aleman with it. And it's Jones picking her up. Now Fagbenle. To the paint. Angsler with the steal. Fast break Portland. Great pass to set up the land.
Well, you love the combination of skill and power that Angsler brings to the court.
And the tempo call time here. The tempo trailing.
Pass to Harrison. Mabry. Good on the three-point shot.
Once again, I don't know what else to say. Marina Mabry proving she's one of the best shooters in the game.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Portland trailing.
Now Angsler. She has 7. They set a pick. To the middle. It's stolen by Harrison. Here's Mabry. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brittany Sykes.
What a smooth finish.
And that's why they always love seeing her on the end of those breaks.
Portland with the ball.
Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Pass to Angsler.
Carlton on the wing. And another miss by Portland.
Foul him on.
Fag Benley with it.
She's got 16. Tries from 10.
And again, it's Toronto converting.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
Pass to Carlton. They can't stop the run with that one.
Tempo with the lead.
Now here's Alaman. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Mabry. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, she's got the ability to take over a game. Mabry having herself a night.
Now here's Jones. Guarded closely. Pass to Angsler. Gustafson.
Now here's Carlton.
outside. 5 on the clock. Over Harrison.
And another miss by Portland.
Foul him off. Back to Sykes. Left side, Mabry. Angsler with the steal. And they're on the break. Pass to Jones. Here's Carlton. No good from outside.
She can't get anything to drop. And the way she's going, it's probably not something she should try to shoot her way out of.
And I'm sure her teammates would agree with that. You know, the last thing they want to see her doing is shooting it more.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Alema. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And here's Sutton. Pass to Jones. Poked loose. It's stolen by Sykes. To the paint. Harrison gets the bucket.
And in these pick and rolls, Harrison is dependable. She knows exactly where to be when it comes to the screen and finding her shot.
Now Sutton. Jones outside. To the inside. It's in and good for her 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
A nice conclusion to a good-looking possession. Coach has got to be happy about that one.
On offense, here are the tempo.
They've led by as many as 14 points. Marina Mabry for 3.
Offensive rebound, tempo.
Sabally, good.
Man, they have got to put a body on her because otherwise, with her agility and athleticism, they're just not going to be able to contain her on the offensive glass.
Jones outside. Pass to Sutton. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Alamon. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Now Sabally. Sykes. Outside Mabry. Sykes. Here's the 3. They get it back. Harrison. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
And Harrison, solid at drawing fouls, especially when she's going up strong.
Isabel Harrison, 2 shots.
And the first one falls for her.
Well, Harrison is known for her hard screens, her rebounding, and her low post defense. But she also has the lateral quickness to go out and defend the perimeter.
That one misses. Inside. Kia Nurse playing some nice D. Outside, Sabally. Back to Nurse. Pass to Harrison. And that comes off the assist by Kia Nurse.
Yeah, late reaction for the defense. She's always going to convert that.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Sutton. Defended by Nurse. Carlton's shot is off.
Sometimes she could hit that deep 3, but it's really not a great look for her. Not a very well-advised shot.
No. I mean, even for her, that's too far out.
From deep 3-point range, And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The tempo on top. They lead by 13. And don't go away, we'll be back momentarily. Welcome back. Fourth quarter of action starting up in what has been a one-side show. Tipped away.
Fast break Portland.
Pass to Samuelson.
Guarded by Sabali.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Samuelson. Goes up on the wing. The shot that time not on target.
That's too good a look to pass up there, despite the result.
Here's Alemán. And the 3 off target. And a 3-on-3 fast break. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Samuelson. Now Carlton.
She's covered by Fagbenle.
Carlton shot is off.
I don't know if she just ran out of gas or what, but she's been awful since the second half started. Got to get recharged.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Down low.
Pass to Smalls.
And here is Samuelson. From deep. Unable to get that one to go. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. From beyond the arc, Alemán, good. Man, they've been looking at a sink offensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Samuelson outside.
Carlton.
And another miss by Portland.
Now here's Alemán. She's tightly guarded. Pass to Sabali.
And another 3 for Toronto.
Nice pass. She got that ball right into her teammate's shooting pocket, and it yielded great results.
Samuelson, defended by Nurse. Here's Smalls. 5 to shoot. Pass to Samuelson. Shoots. Tried to come right back with the 3 of her own, but it's no good. Alemán with it. To the middle.
Stolen by Carlton. Fast break Portland.
Looking to get back on track.
It's rebounded by Sabali.
They're enjoying a commanding lead.
And you know the best part, it gives them an opportunity to give their starters a rest.
Yeah, they might not have to come back in.
Well, you know, offensively, Brian, they've been really special.
Yeah, you nailed it, Tim. No matter what the defense has thrown at them, they've just kept piling up the points.
And more points.
Pass to Smalls. Snatched away. Now here's Alemán. To the inside.
Sabali.
Soft touch off the glass.
And as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
And it really could get out of hand because their defense has been just as excellent as their offense.
Great overall game.
Pass to Smalls.
Samuelson.
And that's out of bounds. Portland will retain possession.
So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
Portland with the ball.
They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Carlton's shot is off.
This offense, it just seems completely deflated.
While at the other end, it's one bucket after another. This run is really getting out of hand.
Making it ugly.
Back to Sykes. Makes it off the glass.
And when you look at the numbers, three-point shooting has leveled off a bit here in the W.
Yeah, it's still a huge part of the game, but the amount of attempts isn't increasing like it was before. It's been about the same the last couple of years.
Well, and we're all thinking why, right? And I think it's because teams have gotten better at defending the three-point line. And listen, there's really only so many threes you can take per game.
There's a screen. Inside. Looking to end the drought. And she sinks the layup.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Pass to Harrison. It's Brittany Sykes on the wing. She's guarded by Anxler. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Sykes.
Rebounded by Portland.
It's very dangerous to leave her open like that. Lucky break for the D that she missed it.
Now here's Gustafson.
Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Sykes outside. Pass to Alema. Back to Sykes. Shoots the three.
Again, Brittany Sykes missing.
Well, most games she can hit from deep, but this game, it's not there for her.
Now here's Aleman.
Guarded by Jones. Marina Mabry for 3. No luck on that one.
Portland with the ball. Pass to Anxler.
Jones outside. And here's Anxler. She tries for 3. It doesn't go for her. And this could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What a performance it's been.
Harrison sets a screen. Brittany Sykes attacking. Shot to stop the drought.
Gustafson with the rebound.
Great defense right there to prevent one of the best finishers in the league from converting in close.
Carlton.
And another miss by Portland. Now here's Aleman.
D right on her. Pass to Fagbenle. Mabry, guarded by Jones. That's the 3 fly. Alema, shot is off.
Carlton up top. He's covered by Fagbenle.
Here's Gustafson. Here's Carlton. Looking to end her cold spell. Fagbenle with the rebound. And here is Aleman. It's Brittany Sykes on the wing. No good on the 3. Jones outside. Pass to Anxler. Gustafson. Carlton up top. Mabry covering. Now Gustafson. Fires from deep. Jones can't hit. Now Harrison. Mabry. Harrison the screen. Isabel Harrison on the wing. And again, no good by Toronto. Portland with the ball. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Jones.
Mabry with it. past Alama. Mabry. Picked by Fagbenle. Tries to snap the cold streak.
Mabry misses.
On the wing, Emily Angsler. She's guarded by Sykes.
Now here's Carlton. Good, and Haley Jones getting the assist. So it's the Tempo winning this one easily.
The outcome of this one was never in doubt.
They were really putting out a supreme effort, and it felt like once they had the significant lead, they were not going to let it go.
That'll do it for our broadcast, everyone.
Please drive home safely, and we hope to see you again at the